Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. This is going to be my dust collectors get ready with me. I do this video every month, sometimes a few days late like this month. And the point is to pull out some items that have not been getting used since I am a project planner and I try to focus on a select few items in my stash rather than shopping my entire stash. But one day a month I shop my stash for some specific items and do a look, and I just kind of catch up with you guys about what's been going on in my life. I do this video in collaboration with 3 other people. There's Verity, she is Red Dirt and Stardust. I've been doing this with her for the longest, but more recently we've had Kim and Amy joining us for these videos every month. So all 3 of their channels will be linked down below. Don't forget to check them out and see what their get ready with me's are like for the month. Let me scoot you in before we get started. I already have quite a bit of makeup on. I have on all of my cream products. I've set my face, I've bronzed, and I've done the brows, obviously. So we're starting from there. If you hear any noise in the background, my kids are right over there in our front room. I'm adjusting my camera while I'm talking to you guys, and they are watching. Is that better? Now, did I make it more crooked? They are watching Goonies. I have gone down the rabbit hole of nostalgia once again, and I decided to introduce my kids to Goonies. Now, I remember watching Goonies for years. It is probably still my all-time favorite movie as a child. That and Back to the Future are like the 2 movies I would watch. Anytime I had a sick day and had to stay home from school, I would watch Goonies and Back to the Future every day. Well, every day. It was a special treat for when I was sick. I'm going in with this Almay blush. All the products that I'm using today were from my fall, were part of my fall Shop My Stash that I did in collaboration with Rebecca Morgan. So if you watch that video, these products will all look familiar. But this is the Almay Smart Shade Blush in Coral. Anyways, here's the thing. Goonies came out in 1985. Now in 1985, I was 8 years old. 7, turning 8, depending on when it came out. I turned 8 in November. And I watched that movie 100 times. And I have nothing but fond memories for that movie. Now, my parents are pretty strict. Like, for example, I was never allowed to watch The Simpsons because my parents thought it taught bad values and bad morals. I was also never allowed to watch Married with Children because, again, bad morals, bad values. So my parents were kind of strict about what movies I watched. I remember when I was 13 or something, I really wanted to go to the movies with my friends to watch Pretty Woman. I wasn't allowed to go watch that in the movie theater. So, you know, I always felt like they kept a pretty close eye on what I was watching. But I was 8 when I started watching Goonies, and my son Ron is 8 now. And as we're watching this movie, I'm like, there are a lot of 4-letter words in this movie that start with the letter S. There is some inappropriate material being discussed by these kids, and Ron is definitely picking up on it. Ron's no fool. He knows what he's seeing. And I cannot believe, 1, that I was allowed to watch this movie, and 2, that this movie isn't rated PG-13, because somehow this movie only has a PG rating. So if you hear it, if you hear some noise in the background, it's Goonies. Next, I'm going in with my Portofino highlighter from Laura Geller. I haven't put this on my face in a million years, but when I swatched it for my Shop My Stash video, I just was mesmerized by how beautiful it was. Look at that. That is gorgeous. And I'm also going to use this as my brow bone highlight today, because I don't know if this compact has the tiniest little mirror in it. I can almost see my eyebrow in this mirror. So yeah, I cannot believe how much I forgot about that movie. Like, I remembered the basics, But yeah, I forgot about all the bad words and the content that was not appropriate, but it's too late now. They've seen it, they can't unsee it, and it's Ron's new favorite movie. He wants to watch it every day. I have gotten in the habit of buying some movies from YouTube directly. I've never been a big movie collector. And in general, I feel like I'm the kind of person that will watch a movie once and then be good. I mean, with the exception of Goonies and Back to the Future, which are like my childhood favorites. But really, I don't watch movies over and over again. So I don't feel like I need to own a movie. I know a lot of people over the years have collected VHS tapes and DVDs and all these different forms of videos, but I've just never been into it. But recently, I've started buying some movies off of YouTube directly for like, the price is always different. It'll say, buy this for $12.99, and then I go to buy it and it's $15.99, and I'm like, why? What? Anyways, aside from that, it's really convenient, and then I own it and I could just watch it as many times as I want. And a lot of times I've been buying kids movies and the kids will watch them 500 times. So I feel like it's a pretty good investment. Next, I'm going in with this 5-pan eyeshadow palette. This was by Lala Cosmetics, which is a brand that is no longer around. Her and I were friends with each other on Instagram. We followed each other's accounts, and she offered me a discount code to purchase some of her products, and so I picked this up. I did break, it didn't come broken, but while owning this, I broke the shade and repressed it. But I don't think I've ever used this eyeshadow palette even once, and man, is this fall or what? This is so fall. I have a feeling these are gonna be extremely pigmented, so I'm a little nervous to go in. I've also pulled another palette, which is all shimmers. This is the BH Cosmetics Solar Flare palette, and it's got all these baked shimmers. So I don't know what combination I should go with. I kind of want to use these 3 like orangey, reddy, purpley ones at the end. I don't know. What should I do? What should I do? Scream it at me so that I can hear you. I kind of want to go with these orangey golds. Let's do it. Let's start there. I'm going to start by taking the center orangey shade and blowing it out all over my transition area, crease area, everywhere. Oh yeah, lots of kick up. Let's see what it does. Oh, I got some creasing. I powdered my eyelids after putting on a primer, but it still creased a little. All right, I'm a little nervous. Wish me luck. What's that now? What are you oh my goodness thing for?
It's so good.
Oh, thanks, Ace. It reminds me a lot of my New Wave eyeshadow from the ABH palette that I'm trying to hit pan on, to be honest, which is a shade I've been reaching for a ton over the last couple months. Still no pan, of course, but I use it a lot. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of New Wave. No wonder why I like it so much. Kind of wish I had Dawn to blend this out. What is?
When I'm watching a video that I like and I want to click the loving one and the like button.
It won't let you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. You don't have that. It's nice that you want to like a video, but you don't have to worry about that. Yeah. I feel like the more I do my makeup on camera, the more I feel like there's a distinct difference in my eyes as I'm putting on eyeshadow, and I don't know if it's because of the asymmetry that's in my face or if it's the way I'm applying it, but I feel like this side's always lower and this side's always more blown out, and I gotta get this side higher. Do you guys notice that when you're watching my videos? I don't know, but I also feel like I tend to raise this eyebrow up a little. Now they're both going at the same time. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I'm trying to make them as symmetrical as possible. I've been watching a lot of Lisa Eldridge videos, and her blending is just so amazing. And I'm like, you know, Paula, you could spend a little more time blending. Don't get careless now. All right, I'm gonna take that same shade and line my under eyes, my lower lash line, whatever you want to call it. We're at the part where they're banging on pipes. Ron, can you turn it down a little bit more? It's getting... Thanks, buddy. And they're screaming. Watching Goonies has made me feel very nostalgic again for everything 80s. I mean, it was a good decade for me. It was my childhood. I have a lot of good feelings about the 80s. I was born in the 70s, but I grew up in the 80s, so after watching this movie a few times, I started watching music videos of Cyndi Lauper because she's got the theme song for the Goonies, and then I start, you know, watching We Are the World, and then I'm watching Michael Jackson and Huey Lewis, and I just started, you know, falling down the rabbit hole of 1980s on YouTube. All right, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna deepen this up a little. I'm gonna go in with this deepest shade right here. It's kind of like a plummy brown, and I'm gonna put that on the outer half of my eyelid. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I tend to follow the same basic pattern when I'm doing my eyeshadow. I like it, and I think it complements my face the best. I love the idea of halo eyes. I've tried halo eyes. I just don't know if it's the most flattering look on me to have all that darkness on the inner half of my eyelid. I feel like the way I feel the most beautiful is when I have light on the inner half of my eyelid and darkness on the outer half. So generally, regardless of what color combinations or products I'm using, that's the pattern I follow when I'm doing my eye makeup. I don't know, I just think it works best for me. Yeah. For some reason, Ron cannot remember who Chunk is, and he keeps calling him Chungus instead of Chunk, and it just cracks me up. If you guys have never seen the movie Goonies, you have to watch it. I mean, assuming you're over 8 years old, because if you're under 8, I definitely wouldn't recommend. And maybe under 13, I wouldn't recommend it, but yeah, he keeps calling Chunk Chungus. So far, I'm getting a little bit of fallout, but these colors are very beautiful. I'm really bummed that this company didn't make it. I mean, it was a one-woman show, so it's very personal that, you know, if her business isn't around, she's not able to do this because she was the one doing it. It's not like some company went under. It was a person. And I hope she's doing well. I think I've mentioned this before, but I've tried to reach out to her, and she didn't respond to any of my DMs. It's not like we were best friends or anything, but, you know, I did DM her. And I never heard back. So hopefully she's doing okay, or she found some other career that she likes better than creating makeup, or that can keep the bills paid. I don't know. All right, I think I am done with that palette. Now I gotta pick a lid shade from here. What do you guys think? Should I go with this one? I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I cannot help myself. I gotta do it. I wonder if I could dust off some of this fallout, or if it's gonna make a big mess. A little bit. I'll have to clean that up. It's kind of sticking a little bit. Oh well. So the shade is called Fireball, this orangey shade that looks amazing. So other than watching Goonies, the other thing that I've been busy with this past month is something I never thought I would do. It's a little strange for a project planner and somebody who has been so focused on minimalism for many years now to be talking about this. But I have started stockpiling food. The second I heard the news, and I don't know if this is the message that people are getting around the world, but in the US at least, the news reporters are talking about the potential for Christmas presents not being on the shelves at Christmas time. So if you want to buy Christmas gifts, you should consider shopping early because there might be a supply shortage down the road. And what I heard from that message was there might also not be food on the shelves. And there have been little shortages here and there, but nothing major. I mean, I just went shopping a couple days ago. The stores and the shelves were fully stocked. I could get everything I wanted. But I have started trying to look at things that store well for like 6 months or more and that we use, you know, not, if it's something that we use anyways, I have been stockpiling it, which is just a really weird change of thinking for me because I've been trying to use things up and get rid of things and only have what I need. And I don't know if this is being proactive or if this is a major step backwards in my minimalism, but I feel like from the videos I'm watching, from the chatter I'm hearing, it's possible that things could get scarce this winter, and I don't know if that's true. And if spring rolls around and none of this comes true, I'm gonna laugh and be like, oh my gosh, why was I being so paranoid? But if I'm right, and if it does happen, I'm not gonna starve and my kids are not gonna starve. So, I don't know, do any of you guys have stockpiles of food? I had these shelves in my basement and I cleared them off, and I mean, I'm still working on minimalism. I'm still giving away stuff that we don't need. But like, yeah, I'm using the shade Beam. This lightest shade right here is my inner corner highlight. I guess I could have used that as a brow bone highlight too. Yeah, so hopefully everything goes crazy and my little paranoid conspiracy theory is just a theory. That's the goal, but I don't know, man. Watching the news makes me think, worry a little bit. I'm sorry if the Goonies are really loud, you guys. I'm literally right next to my kids and the TV. What do you guys think? That is seriously orange. All right, I'm gonna throw on liner, mascara. I'll do some setting powder. I've been using this setting powder from Clinique that's in my A to Z project pan. And maybe I'll hit pan soon. I don't know. I don't feel like it picks up a lot of product, so I go like that with my brush. Look at that. It's not like the powderiest powder ever. But the Fratellis are scaring Chunk right now. Okay, I will be right back and we will do lipstick. So see you in a minute. I do feel like this eye look is pretty bold, even though it's just like fall colors. I like it, but I think I'll like it better once I have liner and mascara on. So be right back. Okay guys, we're back. Things are looking good. I'm happy with how everything goes. For my lips today, I just went with a gloss. It is a fairly pigmented gloss, as I recall. This is the Lorac Lip Luster Cream in the shade Crown Jewel. This came as a holiday set and it was a gift from Jamie. And I have like 5 different shades of these lip glosses and I love them. Every time I use them, my first thought is I should be using this every day. I particularly like this shade, but I like all of them. So I decided to pull that for this look today. Itchy, always itchy. I gotta take the kids, oh, it's got a brush, I forgot that.
What? You forgot that it has a brush?
Yeah, not the biggest fan of the applicator.
Oh.
When are they gonna learn? Nobody wants an applicator like that. Just give us a doe foot. Anyways, I have to take the kids to swim lessons in a couple minutes though. Oh, itchy, little hairs, little invisible hairs stuck to my face. What do I got
I
there?
know. How did you not know that they were on your face?
I feel them, I just can't see them.
Oh, okay.
Look at that. Mmm. Oh, now it's too much. We'll see. Oh, I overlined. What an amazing shade. This is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love it. All right, we have to go in 2 minutes, so I'm gonna wrap this up. That is going to be it for the dust collectors. Get ready with me for the month. Oh, itchy, itchy, there's always something here. For the dust collectors, get ready with me for the month of October. I really like the way this look came out. I had a lot of fun cheating on my project pan items for today. I'm sure the guilt will set in tomorrow when I realize I missed a day, but it's fun to play with some other makeup for one day out of the month. And I like the way it turned out. So don't forget to check out Verity, Amy, and Kim. Their channels will be linked down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you were doing well. Let me know if any of you are stockpiling food for the winter. I'm very curious. I want to keep talking about that. And let me know what your favorite movie of the 80s was, if you were alive in the 80s. All right, guys, that is it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.